Hello, YouTube, and welcome to the second podcast of the week. And in this one, we're going on a Thursday night this week instead of our usual Wednesday time slot. We will be back to the normal Wednesdays at 6 next week. But today it's just me and Trig, and we're going to have a bit of a chat about some of the main players that people are bringing in this week. Then we're going to have a look at our teams. The fixtures, then our teams, our planned transfers, then we might do a bit of a Q&A. So it might be a bit of a shorter one this week. But of course, the reason we're on Thursday, Trig, is because we did that stream with Joe yesterday. Morning for me, evening for you. How did you find that?
That was absolutely fantastic, wasn't it? I really enjoyed that. It was terrific insight into Joe. And any of you that haven't watched it, go and have a look. I'm sure Gary will put the link in the stream because a lot of people seem to have trouble finding it yesterday.
I can put it in. I'm not on the. I can put it in the description after we finished up. But if you go,
it was fantastic, wasn't it, Gary?
It's really good. It was really good. Yeah, I mean, it was. He's such a pro, isn't he? I mean, some of the funniest comment actually I saw. Someone put the last comment on the video was, I love Joe so much. He's the sort of content creator you could take home to meet your mum. But he is, isn't he? He's just a lovely bloke.
Yeah. He just has that way of speaking, doesn't he? It's makes you want to listen. Yeah.
A lot of people were saying, like, I've never heard Gary this silent, but it was like, as well, you know, when you've been listening to a voice for like over a decade, it's just like comforting in a way, isn't it? When you're hearing them talking, I was almost like, am I actually in this recording or am I listening to it? Do you know what I mean?
He was probably the first one, wasn't he? After Mark and Granville, but
he was the third one. He was the third one, yeah. And yeah, he's just a really nice. I mean, there's the FPL side of it, but he's just a really nice bloke as well, isn't he? I mean, yeah, just a really nice bloke. So yeah, do go back and watch that. We did. I mean, it wasn't a typical podcast. We did have a look at his team and stuff, didn't we, Trig? But it was much more of his style of management, his his history, I guess. Would you say, Trig?
Yeah. And his views on analytics and the way the community's gone and all those kind of things. So it was
really good.
Very interesting.
Okay, well, I've got the chat open. Okay, so in this one, I've already said what we're going to do. So as always, quick plug for the charities. We do any podcast stream we do this season. All the money goes to charity, to Mind and Street Child United. So feel free to leave a super chat or go and check out the links in the description and donate to the charities directly. Please do like the stream to help get it out there and subscribe if you're new around here. So what I've done, Trig, because I was scrambling to think what we were going to do in this video after going for an hour and a half yesterday. I basically, thank you very, very much. Podner has linked the. Everyone's probably going to leave us now, Trig, and go and watch the. He's put a link to the Joe video.
I can't blame them. I can't blame them if they do.
Yeah, as long as you want something with it. So what I did is I basically put down players that have been talked about in, the big content creator streams this week, the names I keep hearing about who might be coming in this week. And I thought we'd just have a chat about them and what we think in relation to the fixtures, including that man DCL, who is becoming a bit of a meme this week, Trig, do you think? He seems to be all over X and various websites being bashed. And we'll talk about him as an FPL player in a minute, but what do you think of the general stick that's been going around for people bringing him in?
Yeah, he's being kind of used, isn't he, as an example of everything that's wrong with FPL content creation for some reason. I don't know what everybody's got against DCL.
It's a little bit unfair with the lad.
He's been playing well recently, and he's a perfect fit for Leeds. It's like he's found his perfect kind of spot in that team.
Yeah,
his perfect level now in his career. And we'll be talking about him later, won't we?
So
put a graphic there.
So. Yeah, we'll talk about him once we talk through these players. So yeah, and then we'll get on to the usual stuff. So I don't want to say these are differentials. I mean, some of them are, but they're all. So these were the ownerships of when I made this slide at whatever time it was this morning. 12 o'clock this morning, 11 o'clock this morning. So they might be slightly different now, but they're all. What is a differential, Trig? Is it under 10%, under 5%, under 15%? It's not actually a set rule, is it?
No, I think it's more like 5%, really, isn't it?
That's a real differential.
I mean, amongst the engaged managers, they're probably more like 30%, aren't they? 25.
Yeah,
maybe not Rice, but or Casado. But there's
you're right.
really
Yeah.
a lot of teams, aren't they?
You're right. I mean, this is overall ownership. So, I mean, in the entire game, this isn't effective ownership because obviously it'd be very difficult to get effective ownership when we're 2 weeks past the previous deadline. But all right, so we'll start with this one. So this goes into my dilemma for later on, Trig, because I'm thinking about whether or not to get Fernandes in instead of Saka or to get a goalkeeper in. And I mean, a lot of people are. Well, I know you don't like Raya, do you? I mean, even see Big Andy. Let's look up with Andy. Even had a section. Should we get rid of what's his name? Raya this week. But
that's a coincidence because Harry just put a post up on Twitter saying exactly the same thing.
Did he? But would you say? I mean, would you say the most natural alternative would be Nick Pope? So 5.1 million, 10.2% ownership, and his next 6 fixtures. Oh, let me see if I'm gonna find them. Brighton, Fulham. It doesn't say on here if they're home or away, unfortunately. West Ham, Brentford, Man City, and Everton. What are your thoughts on him, Trim?
I think he's great, but it just shows how fickle the FPL community is, because everyone says don't make a transfer on a goalkeeper, but everyone wildcarding in game week 6 all went with Raya, and like Raya was kind of the golden boy.
Yeah,
here we are. We haven't even had game week 8 yet. Yeah, all the wildcarders this week are all getting Pope in, and everybody suddenly hates Raya, and it's like it's only 2 game weeks. So it just shows how kind of closed in the community is. I mean, I've had Sanchez the whole time. I don't make goalkeeper transfers, and now people want Sanchez back. There are actually people like Harry's talking about getting Sanchez back now as his rare replacement.
You and Joe weren't very keen on Ray yesterday when we were talking about him. No, you were both.
No, Ray is overpriced. He doesn't get save points. He doesn't get many bonus points. He blocks a spot that you could be using on Saka or a second Arsenal defender.
Yeah.
And so why would you get him? I've never spent more than 9 million on keepers. It's either 2 4.5s, or this season, because we've got 4 million options, you go up to a 5 million with your overall keeper. But why overspend on a keeper? I just don't see the attraction to it.
So Pope is 5.1 million overspending. Pope.
Well, only by 0.1. Yeah. 0.1 of a million. But your combination's 9 million, isn't it, with your reserve keeper, which is pretty normal.
Yeah. So what would you, if you were looking for a goalkeeper transfer now? And I'm going to get to a follow-up question that Nightmare gave us in a minute. I should also say hello to the chat, which I forgot to do once we've talked about this one. If you had a goalkeeper, if you had to bring a goalkeeper in right now, where would he be on the list? Would he be?
He would be top. I mean, Newcastle looking like they have a very good defence. He's going to get more work than Raya, so he's going to get more save points and everything else. He's cheaper.
Yep.
You're very unlikely to want 3 outfield Newcastle players. So he's kind of perfect, really, isn't he? I think he's better than Sanchez, who I don't trust the Chelsea defence too much, but Chelsea do have better fixtures probably than Newcastle. But either are okay, I think. And Sanchez is now only 4.9 million, so you save a bit of money. And the other option, of course, is Petrovic.
So this is the question. Have you watched Nightmare's video yet? Good.
Yeah, I saw some of it.
Yeah, so his basic one was what was it? The move that the content creators say not to do, wasn't it? Because he explained to me after. I've got to admit, I didn't actually pick it up from the video. That is take a hit for a goalkeeper, right? So his planned move this week that he wants our opinion on, and maybe we'll do a little poll as well, is Vicario to Pope, and then Barnes to Longstaff. That's Vicario to Pope, and Barnes to Longstaff. And we'll do a quick poll and see what the chat think.
So did he already have
for -4? Sorry,
Shree Newcastle? He already had Shree Newcastle.
I believe so. He's not in the chat today because he's working, but I believe yes.
Yeah, I don't like it. A hit for a goalkeeper. I mean, what's wrong with Vicario for one thing?
What's their fixtures like? Aston Villa, Everton. Yeah, they're not bad, are they? I mean,
just average. I mean, you don't change your keeper, do you? You just play him.
Yeah. I mean, I've got to admit, my I mean, why? It's a shame he's not in the chat. Why does he have to do it this week? Do you know what I mean? Surely you could get rid of one and then do. I mean, Sean Longstaff or Barnes. Is Barnes injured? I don't know. Maybe that's it. But he's not going to make up those 4 points from these two transfers, is he? So I don't see why he doesn't leave it a week.
Yeah, I don't see the attraction of. It's like sometimes the best thing's just to do nothing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I could have done, reviewing that has been telling me to take Sanchez out for Raya for weeks, and you just don't do goalkeeper changes. What's the point? It's a transfer for nothing. It's so unpredictable in their point returns. I can understand with you because you've got Sells, who's kind of a different kettle of fish, I think, to the others.
Still don't think I'd take a hit for him, though. I mean, I want to get rid of him, but I don't think I'd do it for a hit. I mean, even if I got Pope, Pope's not going to outscore him by... Well, he might, but you wouldn't bet on it, would you?
And you can just play Dubravka this week anyway, so what's worth?
Oh, yeah, but I'm playing Dubravka, yeah. That's true.
Yeah. So no need to take him out.
Yeah, let's get your thoughts in on... Come saying rolling feels better than those moves. Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, I could even end up rolling Trig. We'll get to our team in a little while. But you know when they say... I mean, I was talking to you last night, wasn't I? And I think I was talking to you around you, and I said, this is one of those weeks where there's like four or five things I could do, but it's no like gut instinct, this is what I want to do. And it's making me think, should I just sit on it? But anyway, we'll get onto that later. So, next one, I mean, I don't know if you'd say he's the most talked about player in terms of bringing in this week, is Eze. So 7.6 million, I've left the space there between decimal place. 13.5% owned. Next 6 fixtures, obviously they're probably the best out of anyone. Fulham, Crystal Palace, Burnley, Sunderland, Tottenham, and Chelsea. I mean, it's not really much of a... I don't think there's much of a question with Odegaard out is a good option, Trig, but it's more, is he the best option for your Arsenal attack, would you say?
Well, I guess it depends on your budget, doesn't it? I think if you've got the money, you're going to get Saka. I mean, the people talking him up are probably the people that can't afford Saka, so they're
possibly
all going for Eze. But yeah, he does look a good option. I mean, there are going to be points in him. Quite an awkward price, isn't he? A bit more, like you can't take out and die and replace him with Eze because he's an extra million. So I personally find it hard to find that extra cash to bring him in. A good option. I think Rice is a better option now, personally.
We're going to get to it. So if say you didn't have Gyökeres and you've got Saka and you've got an Arsenal. If you haven't got Saka, sorry, you've got 2 Arsenal defenders, but you can't afford Saka. Would you say Eze's worth it then?
I would. I'd much rather have him than any of the other 7.5s, I think, or the likes of Enzo or any of those. Yeah. I think I would definitely go with Eze just to have an Arsenal midfielder.
Yeah. I mean, I think the really crucial time is to have an Arsenal midfielder is going to be in 2 weeks, isn't it, with Burnley and Sunderland? I mean, Fulham and Crystal Palace are okay, but they're not like essential must-have an attacker, I don't feel.
No, there's no rush. But you never know. Within 2 weeks' time, you see how the community's changed their minds over their goalkeepers. By then, everyone might hate Eze. Do you know what I mean? It could be somebody else that they're all going to want. So there's no need to rush onto what people want. Do you know what I mean? This kind of fear of missing out and wanting to get on a bandwagon just because everyone else is doing it, when a lot of the time they're just fleeting things, Like
Yeah.
you must have thought about doing sells to rare a couple of weeks ago because everyone was getting rare in.
Yeah, I just didn't have the transfers.
So you shouldn't be swayed by all this tidal wave of transfers because there are literally probably 10 options in that price range that you could bring in. I mean, we heard Joe talking about, was it Mr. Freeman? Is that his name?
Tom Freeman. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's had multiple top 1K finishes and he uses that
one.
spot to bring in differentials. He doesn't worry about what all the community are doing. He knows there's more players than Enzo and Ezza in the league. So, there's lots of options out there.
And saying, Gary, that thumbnail picture always thinks you put on some sort of register. Yeah, that's what Nightmare keeps saying to me as well. And yeah, good question here from I'm 1974. Why are hit such a dirty phrase for content creators? If Nightmare wants to do it, that's his choice, surely. What do you say to that, Trig? I mean, he's asked us for our opinion, but yeah.
Yeah, I've got nothing against hits. I mean, all the content creators say they don't like them, but they all make them at some stage. And I just don't like that particular one because it's a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I don't like it.
Yeah, I took one a couple of weeks ago. It's very rare. I can't remember what it was now. It involved Gyökeres, so it probably didn't work out. But if you really fancy it, you should. All right, let's move on to the review pick. And you said, Trig, when we were talking to Joe yesterday, that you ran your team for FPL review and it was someone to Enzo. Guess what happened when I ran my team for FPL review last night? It was
someone to Enzo.
Anderson to Enzo. So the analytics player, 6.7 million, just under 15% owned. And next 5 fixtures, well, the 6 fixtures good. I didn't realise they were this good, actually. Nottingham Forest, Sunderland, Spurs, Wolves, Burnley, Arsenal. Yeah, that one had, that fixture run had, I've been blindsided on that one. I hadn't noticed that one.
I was very surprised when Joe said that Brighton were top of the fixture ticker. Well, you look at their fixtures and you look at Chelsea's, and Chelsea's are much better.
I'd say so, yeah. I mean, if you take the Arsenal one out anyway, I guess that maybe.
Yeah, I mean that's ages away, isn't it? That one, we don't worry about that.
No. So, what's your thoughts on Enzo, Trig?
I'm not a big fan. I mean, I might well be proven wrong on this, but I think he's unreliable in the fact that now Chelsea have got easy fixtures. Maresca's going to set up differently than he has done in the past. I don't think he's going to keep João Pedro at number 9, which means he'll be playing at 10, which means he's going to impact on Enzo Fernandez. And even the likes of Esteval. Plus they've got Europe and he's got this knee issue, which probably isn't much. But he did have a lot of strapping on his leg, and it's one of those things, overuse type injuries. So, I can understand the attraction because of his stats, and that's why Review likes him. And because Review likes him, Andy and all them like him.
It's only 6.7. It's not breaking the bank.
Yeah, he's cheap.
Yeah.
But, I mean, is he worth a transfer? I don't know. I guess it depends who you're taking out and how much money you've got. But I'd still prefer someone like Rice, I think, in the same price bracket.
Well, we know what you're going to say about Rice when we get to him then. Quick question. We don't usually do questions, but I think we could do this one quite easily. Aquaestel says, my bench boost is Dubravka, Reyes, Enzo, and Alderete. Should I bench boost? Isn't Alderete the one out injured, Trig?
Yeah, this is a problem. Alderete's injured, so...
no, mate, unless you're going to...
If you've got a free transfer, maybe he should.
Yeah, but you were saying the other day you shouldn't really be using a free transfer on a bench boost, weren't you? It's not ideal.
I did say that.
It's not ideal.
But his other ones are so good that maybe in that case it is worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess if that's a reflection of your bench, yeah, maybe you should. Who was saying it's a good Halloween photo, Gary? All right, so Caicedo. He obviously had a brilliant start to the season. He got 3 goals, defensive point monster. Obviously, he's got the same fixtures as Enzo and comes in at nearly an entire million cheaper at 5.8. Very almost identical ownership. He's dead on 15%. Do you prefer? You said you prefer Rice over Enzo. Do you prefer Caicedo?
I think I probably do because Caicedo plays like every minute pretty much of every game.
Yeah.
And he doesn't get booked very often. I saw a chart, I think, on the Chelsea forum where he makes the most tackles without getting booked from anybody because he's very precise in his tackling. He's absolutely superb player, and the floor on him with those fixtures, they're going to keep quite a lot of clean sheets, I think. So that puts him up to 4 points. Well, 3 points plus 2 for his defensive contribution. So he's got a floor of 5 points.
Is he anything like?
Which is ridiculous.
Is he anything like Kante? Was he more better player?
Yeah, little bit, I guess.
He's a better player, though.
Who, Kante?
Well, a better player with the ball, I say, though. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to know. I mean, he's been scoring all these goals that everyone's saying is very unsustainable. I mean, obviously it is. But it doesn't mean he's not going to get a few more. You know, he's going to get a few.
And if he is, this fixture run.
Yeah. And if he can keep getting defensive contribution points in the easy matches, his floor is like 4 or 5 points. And what's Enzo going to do? He might get an assist, goal if he's lucky, but he's not going to consistently get 4 or 5 points like Caicedo with the possibility of like a really big haul at some stage. So I just like the fact he's always playing, and you can't say that about Enzo.
Greg's saying Alderete isn't definitely injured, more like 50-50. So maybe we'll get an update on it. We get an update on hitting tomorrow.
That's almost worse. That's almost worse, isn't it? If you're playing a bench boost.
But it depends if they're not at the press conference yet. Presumably he might get the all clear. I mean, I don't know.
Because you need some certainty, you know. At least if you know he's out, you can make a transfer.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably only going to be 1 or 2 points anyway. Probably not going to get that much out of him. So
yeah, true. I think Wolves will score against Sunderland probably. So
Declan Rice, who apparently Yelena has, is the lowest owned we've looked so far at 8.9%, 6.5 million, which I guess is the starting price. He's not gone up or down. So it sounds like to me you're going to be all on board for him, Trig, from what you've been saying.
Well, I can't really be on board with him because I've already got 2 Arsenal attackers. But well, he's like the spade seller in the gold rush, isn't he? You know, whether the rest of them get points or not, he's the one that's going to be providing the ammunition for whoever scores. So all the corners he takes, free kicks. We saw last year how good he can be on a free kick, and he's ticking along. You look at his scores; he's like 8-9 points a lot of weeks. So whether Saka scores or Eza scores or Gabriel gets a goal from a corner, chances are Rice is in there getting his share of spoils.
I can't remember if it was Claire who put in the chat the other day that when Saka was playing, Rice had got 3 attacking returns. So he really does thrive when the good players are around him as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, his role might change a bit with Saka back, mightn't it? Maybe he won't be taking as many corners. That's a possibility, I guess.
Maybe not. Apparently,
but the actual attacking as a whole will improve, hopefully, won't it?
Yeah. A few people are saying in the chat, apparently the press conference was today. Animation's clear, and a few other people were saying. So apparently he must be yellow. He must be yellow flagged off the press conference, I guess, Trig.
We haven't done our homework. I haven't looked at the press conference
today. Maybe then do it. Maybe risk it. I don't know. Nightmare's just popping in. We've already discussed your question. We've currently got a poll going on. We have a look at the poll.
Let's have a look at his poll.
So we've got 41 votes. We'll keep open for another minute. Do let us know if anyone who's joined the stream in the last 5 or 10 minutes. So this is referring to should Andrew take a hit for a goalkeeper. Pope in, Vicario out, and then who did I say? Trig, my brain's
Barnes to somebody.
Barnes to Longstaff. Barnes to Longstaff is the move that the content creators don't want you to do. Yeah,
I think they do. They've all been talking up Longstaff this week. I think it's a review pick.
Yeah, I'm give or take on Rice. He's a good option. I think he's one of those ones that could just go the whole season being sort of underlooked because of the options Arsenal have got.
That's what, he will be. He will be. So will Caicedo as well, I think.
Yeah, they'll keep ticking along, won't they? Well, let's move to the three forwards we've got. The third forward being DCL, who we entitled the stream after, who's on the next slide. So Bowen, 7.7 million, 7.4% owned, and his fixtures are in the next 6: Brentford, Leeds, good fixtures, Newcastle, Burnley, Bournemouth before they run into Liverpool. I mean, I had him in at the start, Trig, and got rid of him fairly quickly, but he's playing well, isn't
he? He is, and he has been for a number of seasons, hasn't he?
Very persistent.
So, yeah, he's cheaper as well. He was 8 million, which I thought was a little bit expensive at the start of the season. But, yeah, I think he's as good an option as any, to be quite honest. I mean, we know that he can produce in the Premier League, which we can't say about some of the others.
It's a bit of a dearth of options up front at the minute as well, isn't there? Consistent. I mean, we'll talk about my team in a little while. I mean, I'm stuck with Gyökeres now, but yeah, forwards are not really. Yeah, I think he's worth, if you've got the money and the place in your team. I certainly think. I mean, you could even maybe argue. Oh, here's one for you, Trig. If someone wanted to free up an Arsenal spot, say for Saka, would you sell Gyökeres to Bone?
Yeah, it's a possibility. I don't think I'd do it because I hate taking out fit players when they can hurt you. So it would be very annoying to take out Gyökeres and then for him to get a brace and bow in blanks, which is quite possible that kind of thing could happen. Although I'm not expecting much from Arsenal at Fulham. I do think they'll keep a clean sheet, which is annoying. But then again, I don't think they're going to get many goals.
So the next one is Andrew's transfer in last week, I think. Walter Mardy. Am I finally saying his name right, Trig? Walter Mardy?
No, it doesn't sound like it. Is it Voltamade?
Voltamade. Okay.
Voltamada? I don't know either.
I'm never going to be any good at pronouncing names. I've just got used to that. Anyway,
I'm no good at German ones.
Although we did find out last week I'm better than Darius at least. So 7.2 million, 10.5% owned. Obviously Newcastle striker. I mean, everyone's talking about how good Newcastle 60s are. I'll read them out. They're fine, but they're not amazing. Brighton, Fulham, West Ham, Brentford, Man City, Everton.
No, they're not amazing, are they? Because most of them are away from home.
Are they as well? Okay.
Well, most of them are. I mean, the Man City one's the one they've got at home, which is a tough fixture whether you're home or away, isn't it?
Marder. And just put it in, what do you call it? The way that helps me say it. Yeah, I mean, do we know when this is back? Sometime in November, isn't it?
No, it'll probably be after the next international break, won't it? Which is probably game week 12, is it?
Okay, so he's not going to be a issue for certainly for the next 5 or 6 weeks. Would you be tempted? I mean, I think I prefer Bowen. Oh, it's a bit more expensive.
I probably would go the Newcastle striker, I think, if I had to make an attacking transfer now.
Okay, what reason?
I just think he's quite good, and Newcastle are quite attacking. He's made a very good start to he looks like he's got something about him. Whereas West Ham are West Ham, aren't they? So
yeah, they've got a new manager. He's, everyone's saying Nuno's going to sort it out, aren't they? So, but I guess that's more defensively necessarily than
Bowen's not on
offensively, isn't it?
penalties either, is he? So
No, that's true. But yeah, that's the point.
have they decided yet if Gordon's on penalties or not? Is Volta made on penalties? Haven't they?
I don't know. Andrew, if you're there, let us know in the chat. Andrew, I'm sure will know. Okay. All right, should we move on?
I prefer somebody else that's not even on your list, actually, Gary.
Who, man?
And that is Sheshko.
Really?
Sheshko. Yeah.
Really?
I wouldn't get him this week, obviously.
No.
Because they got Liverpool. But after the Liverpool match, I'm quite tempted by him.
Okay. Yeah, then after that, it's Brighton, Forest, Spurs, Everton, Crystal Palace. Well, you surprised me with that, Trig, but...
like Bowen. Of course, Bowen does have the advantage they're not in Europe as well, doesn't he, over the Newcastle striker.
But he's not on penalties.
Who's Sheshko?
Yeah.
No, he's not on penalties either.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that one. Let's move on to say hello to FPL Discomfort there of the double pivot. I believe they're going tonight. Let people know in the chat if you are, okay. Yeah, Nightmare's saying it's going to take Vista ages to get fully fit.
Yeah.
So let's move on.
The amusing thing is, Gary, a lot of people, to get these players in, are taking out the best player on the list, who is João Pedro.
Well, I did stick him in, but I thought we spent so long talking about him yesterday with Joe. I didn't want to, and he's so highly owned, isn't he? He's what, 60?
Yeah, he is. But a lot of people are taking him out and replacing him with the Newcastle striker.
Yeah. Let's get on to our headline man. Obviously, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and I'll give a shout out here to another one of our regular co-hosts, FPL D Unit, who I believe is planning to transfer DCL in for a bench boost. So he's 5.5 million. He is the lowest owned of any of these players on 1.4%. Does have some nice fixtures, particularly in the short term. So Burnley, West Ham, Brighton, Nottingham Forest, Villa, and Man City. Hi, Paul. Trig.
Is he Welsh, Gary? Is he Welsh?
No, he's English, and he's played for England, didn't he?
Yeah, but you called him Llewellyn.
Oh, well. Shut up. 60,000 have bought him in this week, Trig. That's the title of the stream. As of last night, it was 60,000. Have 60,000 FPL managers gone insane, Trig?
No, I don't think so.
No.
By the way, that kit he's wearing, that looks a bit like a Leipzig kit, doesn't it? I remember when I used to play FIFA, I always used to use the Leipzig kit, and looks very similar to that one, I think. No, I don't think they have. I watched a couple of Leeds games because I was watching Stack, and I was very impressed with Calvert-Lewin.
He's got one goal.
He's only scored one goal, but he's doing a lot of work. He's heavily involved, and he looks like he's really enjoying his football, and he's like found his niche at Leeds. They look like they're the perfect fit for each other, him and Leeds. And as I showed you that graphic I gave you, his injury record's not actually as bad as I thought it was. So 5.5 million. What's the problem? I mean, you can play him for 2 weeks. If he plays well, you could play him at Brighton and Forest still, couldn't you? Or you can just bench him. So yeah, it looks a good option. I mean, 5.5 for him compared with 7.8 for Bowen. I think I prefer Calvert-Lewin.
Really?
Yeah. Interesting. Only 1.4% ownership. This is one of the reasons why they should have used the thing from the Club World Cup where you get extra points for differentials, because
that's after 60,000 in.
Great to get extra.
That's 60,000 in. That's because when I saw it was it was on Twitter everywhere. I was like, I'm starting a poll, by the way, to ask the chat what they think, and we'll get to Andrew's poll results in a minute. Yeah, you'd thought from looking at Twitter that everyone in their grandmother was bringing him in, but it's 60,000. Well, 60,000 sounds a lot, but it's only 1.5%. I mean,
It's only people on Twitter who don't watch football bringing him in, probably. Everyone who watches football, like the general population of the world, knows how useless he is. And I'd touch him with a barge pole, but Twitter's like talked themselves into getting him in. That's one theory, isn't it? But
I mean, he's
the Twitter bubbles kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's two big reasons not to. One is that terrible XG, lowest conversion rate of anyone last season. And Trig, you sent me a little slide beforehand, which I think maybe you can just briefly discuss for anyone who's listening on audio only. And what this table shows, Trig.
This is from transfermarket.com, I think it is, which shows his history record. And if you go on there and look at players, they've all got one that looks like this. So it looks kind of bad. But when you look at the amount of games he's missed through injuries, they're not actually that many, in like 6 years. That's not many. No, I'm saying that you look at any player on there and they have the same kind of thing.
Oh, right. Okay. But some of them are only like...
Look, 6 years. 6 years, he's only had 3 proper injuries.
Yeah.
2 have been a hamstring and 1 was a broken toe.
Yeah.
But the rest of the time, it's not been that bad. It's not been that bad. He's had a few hamstring problems, mainly back in 2022-23. And, I mean, if he does get injured, he's probably going to be out for a while, which is a good thing because and you can just transfer him out. But he's not someone who just seems to miss lots of random matches. Like he missed 1 game here and there. But it's not as bad as people say it is.
There's a lot of 7 days, 10 days, 6 days in this list, isn't there, when you actually look at it? So I do take your point. I remember, do you remember back in when he first came around, I think like 2017, 18? I remember he was in the England squad for a while. He was a proper... I'm not going to say he was like, he wasn't the next Messi or anything, but he was an exciting young English player, wasn't he?
He was very good. He got a couple of hat-tricks, I think, quite a few braces. And he didn't have such a bad XG as he seems to have now, though, did he? Like, you pointed that out. So he's obviously not very accurate at the moment.
No, I wonder.
I mean, how many goals has he had this season?
1, I think. He's had 1 attacking return. But he is playing for Leeds, a new club who's just been promoted. You're not going to expect him to get that many, are you?
That's the thing, isn't it? I mean, Leeds aren't going to score that many goals, are they?
No.
Even against Burnley, a lot of people are saying everyone's playing the Burnley goalkeeper. At the same time, talking up Calvert-Lewin. So it's kind of something's got to give somewhere, hasn't it?
Yeah, Kieran's saying, check out Reece James' injury. The guy always takes time off a Christmas break. 6 years. 6 years and counting, I believe. So I'll quickly go back to Nightmare's poll. 77%, Andrew, if you're listening wherever you are at work, say no. Only 23% say yes. So we'll keep the Calvert-Lewin poll going for a few more minutes. Man is saying, love DCL. He'll make sure Dubravka falls on the bench boost. Greg saying, would you start DCL over Senesi in any game?
I think you would this week. I mean, I'm thinking of starting Rodon over Senesi this week.
Well, let's have a move on to the fixtures to this.
I've just noticed, Gary. You see that injury record there? It's got 2 pages. We've only got 1 page.
But that goes. Oh yeah, but that's going back to when he's a kid, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not really relevant. I think that's like more than 6 years ago.
Yeah, I wouldn't really take that on board. Let's move on to the fixtures this week. So obviously we usually do predictions. There's usually 4 of us. We just thought this week we'd just have a look and what do you want to do, Trig? Do you want to do predictions or just have a look and see just have a quick chat about each game, I guess, shouldn't we?
Yeah, just a quick chat about relevant fantasy options, I guess.
You know what really sticks out to me here, Trig? Is Liverpool are predicted to score more goals than Man City, Arsenal, wherever they are on the table. There they are at 2.15 against Man United. I mean, should I be surprised at that?
It does seem a bit surprising because
It
United
does.
sometimes play quite well against good teams,
Yeah.
and only a 12% chance of a clean sheet for Man United.
Well, I think that's fair.
Yet none of us hardly have any Liverpool attackers, do we?
Mm. Let's go through them
So,
chronologically. So,
hmm.
9 Forest Chelsea. What are your thoughts on that one, Trig? The odds are suggesting quite a tight one here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? Because Ange's had an extra couple of weeks to work with the team. And Chelsea haven't exactly been firing on all cylinders.
No.
So, but I'm predicting a bounce back to form for João Pedro this week. I also think Gui's going to play, who is going to be better than Haaland this week.
Hmm.
And I think Gui might well start. But
You can call out on Saturday night if he does, man.
people are bringing in the Esteval, but I don't think he'll play. He's been playing it over in Brazil for the last 2 weeks. But I'll say 2-1 to Chelsea.
Okay. So Crystal Palace versus Bournemouth. So of course, you'll be praying here, Trig, that Semenyo doesn't score again. But according to the odds, it's going to be quite low scoring this one. Do you?
Yeah, but I mean, you look at Bournemouth's graphics, and they've actually been pretty bad attacking wise when you look at the graphics. But he's just going to give me more nightmares. I can see it. I just know it's one of those things you sort of resign yourself to, like a bit like Gabriel clean sheets, and you just know that even though something's only like 40% likely to happen, you just know it is going to happen. You know what I mean? I've already booked in a Gabriel clean sheet, even though they're 43% to get one. And I feel the same about Semenyo. You know, although they've only going to get 1.22 goals, he'd be the one getting them, wouldn't he? So,
Yeah. Do you remember? I remember. I think it's my worst season in. It's not my worst ever season, but say in the last 7 or 8 years, I think it was like 180,000. It was a season that Harry Kane and Son went off at the start, and they just kept linking up. And can't remember why I couldn't get them in, but I think I had Salah and a few other people in. And it was just every week not watching them knock away at your rank. Do you know what I mean? And I should have
yeah,
reacted. I
yeah.
should have reacted to it, but I think by the time I did, that's when they went off. Excuse me. As they went off the boil. It's always
This is the thing.
yeah.
I mean, it's often team dependent, isn't it? And you'll have a reason why you can't get them in, and then
Exactly.
they kind of get away from you, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Do you reckon this is a tight one? Do you reckon Bournemouth don't have
Everyone's saying it is, but we know these tables are a lot of bollocks. So we don't
Well,
really
we've
know.
seen it before, haven't we, Craig? Was it the lowest
Yeah,
predicted
yeah.
week in FPL ever since Rob Teed started doing these charts, and it ended up being the most entertaining game we've had this season, or the most goals we've had this season?
Exactly. It'll probably be 4 each, Palace and
Yeah.
Bournemouth.
I think we're into this. So Brighton, Newcastle. There are a lot of quite well evenly matched teams here, aren't there? Again, like, I mean, their clean sheet odds and scoring odds are almost identical. I guess it's just it's just too tight to call, really, isn't it?
This is why I'm not making any transfers this week. I think it's just a good week to save because apparently after international break, it's always unpredictable anyway. So unless you've got really someone that you're desperate to bring in, why not just roll a transfer? Because there's big fixture swings coming up in a few weeks, aren't there?
Matt is asking about your transfers. We're going to have a look at our teams in a sec, Matty. I don't think you've made a move yet, though, have you, Trick? You haven't done anything yet.
No.
You haven't done anything yet. I'm going to go 1-0 to Newcastle because I'm a Newcastle fan. And hopefully,
Yeah, I can get on board that.
And get a clean sheet for Andrew if he takes his -4. All right, Burnley versus Leeds. I mean, this one is probably going to be quite important, I guess, for people who are bank boosting. Would you say, Craig? There's probably going to be I mean, I guess they might not
Oh,
be on the bench, but it's going to enable a lot of bench boosts, isn't it? Having your Burnley and Leeds players being playable for a week.
I think those of us not on bench boost, we want it to be one each.
One each, yeah.
With random goal
Oh,
scorers.
no, we're both starting Dubravka. I've got Dubravka and Esteban.
I'm not. I'm starting Sanchez.
Oh, you've changed that. I'm sure you were. Yeah, you were starting. You were starting Dubravka last week.
Yeah, I was thinking of it, but then the odds came out, and Chelsea have better clean sheet odds slightly.
Oh yeah, they do, don't they?
But my big thing is Rodon. I've got to decide whether I start Rodon, who's got a 36% chance of a clean sheet, or Senesi, who only has a 23% chance of a clean sheet. It's a difficult one. Everyone's telling me to start Senesi, but that's kind of, yeah.
That's going to be a nightmare on Saturday night. Can you imagine, Darius, if I've started Esteve and Dubravka and he's brought in DCL on his bench boost and he's scored, he's going to be giving me stick about it. That's Saturday. Yeah, what do you reckon?
Is he on this Saturday with us, is he?
He is, mate. Yeah, he is.
That's going to be lively. So tune into that, everybody.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a game on. I'm not sure. But, yeah. Well, so realistically, 1-1 does sound about right, Trig. Would you say?
Yeah, you'd think it's going to be a bit of a dour game, isn't it? Very important for the teams. It's going to be a bit like a cup tie, isn't it, between these two?
Yeah, it is.
I don't think Burnley are quite as good defensively as they probably were in the Championship even. So I can see why Leeds are the slight favourites here.
Yeah.
But anything could happen, couldn't it?
Yeah. James is kind of saying Rondo feels like a good pick this week. I think if you're going to play him this week, this is as good as anyway. Good as week as any.
I hate decisions like that, though, because I always pick the wrong one. I mean, imagine if Senesi goes off and gets a big haul and Bournemouth keep a clean sheet, and it could be a disaster, couldn't it? Having him on the bench.
Okay, Man City, Everton, Trig. I mean, the Man City 2 or 3-0 Haaland goal, isn't it?
You'd think so. I mean, Grealish isn't able to play in this one, is he? So that's going to affect Everton's chances. City have actually, everyone's been getting Gabriel, and everyone's obsessed with Arsenal defenders, aren't they? But Man City, since Donnarumma came in, their defence has been pretty good. And the likes of Guardiola could get a really big haul this week.
Matty said he took a -4 to bring Gabriel in last week, and he's already 5 points up. So hits do work sometimes. It's a fair point. It's great.
We know they do, but
it's great when it works out, isn't it? What do you think of Darius's decision to stick with his guns? This is FPL D unit for anyone wondering who Darius is. He's still going Foden, Trig. Is he not just knocking his head against a wall? You know what I mean? It's like, what's the old expression? Doing something once that doesn't come off is trying. Doing it twice is trying a bit too hard. Doing it 3 times is insanity.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. That's what he's doing. This is the 3rd time he's going to triple captain Haaland. He's going to lose again, isn't he?
Oh, he's captaining Foden again.
Foden. Yeah, he's captaining Foden again. At least according to his what do you call it? Team selection video.
Yeah, it's a bit silly, really, because I mean the odds aren't wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like, the odds of Haaland scoring are much higher than the likes of Foden scoring. So you're going against, you're not picking the best option, are you, basically? At least if you go into bookmakers, you get given more money back if you're right, but not in FPL, you don't. So you're just like going against the best player. For what reason, really? Apart from wanting to be different.
I'm going to end this poll, Trig, because I'm going to start another one about Darius. Is it crazy to bring in DCL? Yes, 67%. No, 33%. It's not.
I don't think it's crazy at all.
No, the poll's a bit closer than I anticipated, really. I mean, the majority are definitely saying yes, it's a bad idea, but it's not like a massive. It's not like 80 or 90%. You know what I mean?
Remember, this is the same crowd that were telling us not to bench boost the other week.
That's true. Don't insult the audience, Trig. Don't insult the audience. Trig, Sunderland versus Wolves. I'm going to do another poll while you're talking about this one. What do you think of this one?
I think Arias scores a wonderful goal and an assist. And I think actually Wolves win this one.
Okay.
Sunderland are very good at home, obviously, but I think if Alderetti's out and a few other injuries, I think Sunderland are going to start sinking down a bit. They've had a great start to the season, but I think it's going to start catching up with them soon.
Yeah. I'm just doing a quick poet. Is the unit crazy to captain Foden over Haaland for a third time in a row? Do let us know what you think. Yeah, so Fulham versus Arsenal. I've got nothing to say about Sunderland versus Wolves. I don't know any of their players. It's he won't absolutely no interest in it at all. What do you reckon for Fulham versus Arsenal? I mean, there's going to be a lot of people loaded up on this one, aren't there? There's probably going to be some people with 3 Arsenal. Can you see a clean sheet?
Yeah, I can see nothing other than a clean sheet for Arsenal, to be honest with you, because I don't own any Arsenal defenders. So I just know how this script. I just know how the script works out. I've seen it 1,000 times. But Fulham haven't really got much of an attack. That's the problem, isn't it? I can see it. I can see them keeping Arsenal down to no more than 2 goals. I mean, I think it's going to be 2-0, personally, would be my prediction, which is pretty much what the graphic says, isn't it? Maybe 1 goal for Fulham, but I just don't see it. Who's going to score? Do you know what I mean?
Not Gyökeres for Arsenal. They're not a luxury.
Yeah. I'm going to be shocked when he finally does score, because I've kind of convinced myself now that he's never going to score. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit like Wirtz, isn't it?
Yeah, I can see this. I mean,
everyone keeps saying he's playing well, but I'm not really seeing it.
Saka had a good international break, didn't he? You must be pleased on him.
He's playing well. He's on form. You can see he's on form. You can see by his body language and everything, which is what you're not seeing from Gyökeres
or Fernandes. Is why I'm still very tempted, even though review doesn't want me to do it. Why I'm still tempted. But we'll get to that in a minute. Spurs versus Villa. Again, another tight one according to the odds. I mean, Spurs slight favourites. Any thoughts on this one, Trig?
I think Villa are coming good. I can see. I mean, their fixtures aren't great now, though, are they? That's a problem. They were out of form when they had the good fixtures, which is bad for them. But I think they're pulling themselves together. I think this will be quite tight, this game. And hopefully Kudos keeps quiet for a change, because he's been one of the biggest outperformers, along with Semenyo, who has been ridiculous the last few weeks.
I mean, they're too good a team to not come back to some sort of form, at least, to sort of mid-table, upper middle-table form, you'd think, wouldn't you? A lot of people saying, apparently, Dan's saying Fulham did the double over Arsenal last season.
Oh, did they?
Kieran, you're a resident Arsenal fan. Tell us if that's correct. Kieran reckons Gyökeres is going to get a double this weekend. Yeah, okay. So where we go? I'm going to go 1-1 with this one again. I think it's going to be another.
Yeah, I'll join you on the 1-1. Well, Vicario might keep a clean sheet now. I think he's taking him out for a hit.
Yeah, I mean, it might be an interesting FPL weekend, but it didn't strike me as the most, apart from, I guess, Liverpool, Man United, it didn't strike me as the most gripping of football watching weekends.
No. In terms of wanting to watch a match, there's no real... Yeah, Liverpool, Man United, I reckon's one.
Yeah, well, let's go on to that one then.
That's where the drama's going to be, isn't it?
Yeah, and Liverpool, as I said earlier, the highest predicted goals this week. I mean, someone, I don't know if you remember last week, Trig, on the podcast we did last Wednesday, someone said, should I triple captain Salah? I mean, it's not the most obvious thing to do, but it's not like completely ridiculous, according to...
Was that for this match?
Yeah, for this match. Yeah, for this match. I mean, he's got an incredible record against them, hasn't
he? Yeah, but no, I certainly wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised if he scores now. I mean, he's got to score sometime. He has actually scored a few goals, though, hasn't he? He's just not been playing very well.
No.
It's going to be interesting. I think Liverpool could come back really strong, or equally, we could just see the continuation of their decline, couldn't we?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think Liverpool
Tricky
will win.
one, this one.
I think Liverpool will win, but I don't think it'll be by much. Maybe like a 2-1. If I take Fernandes out, he'll get a penalty. Sure.
Yeah, we need you to do that. Now, the funny thing is, at the start of international break, you were dead set on taking out Fernandes.
I know.
And I said to you you wouldn't do it. And
well, review has put me off, but I think it's more the fact that the goalkeeper just looks so sick of souls in my team. But we'll get onto that in a minute. Apparently, Kieran's saying they didn't do the double. It was 2-1 to Arsenal and 1-1 at Fulham.
So at least they scored in both matches.
Yeah. West Ham. Oh, we've got a Monday night game. I don't like Monday night games. I much prefer when it's wrapped up on a Sunday night. West Ham versus Brentford. Guess really it's only Bowen here who's really of any FPL interest. I'm going to say
no, quite a few have got youth.
Oh yeah, no, fair.
And Paquetá is another one.
Oh yeah, he was a bit of a bandwagon a few weeks ago. I think it's a West Ham winner, don't you? With Nunes bounce
quite
back.
Probably. I was 1-0, Bowen goal, Paquetá assist. Clean sheet for Gio. I hate the games on Monday night when I don't own anybody, because like your game week's over and then you've got to sit there and suffer.
Yeah. I love it when I forget they're on. That's the best thing if I haven't got to play, you know what I
mean? Yeah. But it shouldn't do us too much harm, I think. But no. So when's the Liverpool match on? Oh, it hasn't got the times, is it?
Sunday. So Spurs, Villa. There's only 2 games on Sundays. Yeah, Spurs, Villa, and Liverpool, Man United. Okay, so a quick look at this combined one. Trig, should we do quickly our usual free hit draft based on the odds? We'll have to have 2. Usually we do this 3 picks each, but we'll do 6 picks each. But we'll go 3, 3, 3, 3. All right, Trig?
Hey?
Usually we do the 3.
Oh, 3 attackers, 3 defenders.
Well, you do that, and then I'll give my 3. I'm not allowed to select the same ones as you.
So 3 players.
Yeah, 3 attackers, 3 defenders. On free hit.
Blimey. I'm going to go Isaac. I'll be boring and go Haaland. Okay. It'd be even more boring. No, I won't. I'll go João Pedro.
Okay. All right, I'll go Saka, Foden. Get a little. Well, it's not really differential. Let's go Enzo. Let's give review a bit of love and go Enzo. Why? We need someone. We need an affordable.
I'm sure you're going to bring him in just because review's telling you to.
3 defenders for a century.
It's got to be Gabriel. No, actually, it hasn't. Away at Fulham's not that great, is it?
No.
Sod Gabriel. Let's find something better. Let's go with Juve, actually. We'll go with Juve at home to Brentford.
Ooh.
I might go Pedro Porro, home to Villa. And Rodon away at Burnley.
Ooh. Going with some
differentials.
You're definitely going with some differentials there. Well, I'm going to go for the obvious one. I'll go Gavardio. You've given me some money in the bank, Trig, to Gabriel and... Did you go for Rodon?
Yeah.
We need a goalkeeper. I will go... Oh, I don't know. Sanchez. Mix it up a little bit. Let's mix it up a little bit.
Now how everybody's going to Raya. Why did everyone get Raya and not Donnarumma? Because they're the same price. But Donnarumma's a fantastic player, and you're very unlikely to want 3 Man City outfield players, I think.
I guess it's just the mythos of the Arsenal defence, isn't it?
Mm.
You know. But let's get on to our teams. It's me first. So, okay. Trig, let's do yours first, and then we'll come to mine. I don't want to talk about my one just yet because I am so confused. I need all the help I can get. Let's go to your one. So you've got Sanchez and goal away to Forest, Virgil at home to... Oh, that's what Matt is asking. Virgil at home to Man United, Senesi away to Crystal Palace. Trig?
Lacroix.
Home to Bournemouth. Saka, Vice at home to... Sorry, away to Fulham. Ndiaye away to Man City. Reinders home to Everton. Fernandes away to Liverpool. Haaland captain at home to Everton. João Pedro away to Forest. And Gyökeres away to Fulham. And I won't go on to your bench because you're not bench boosting. So how many transfers you got, Trig, and how much you got in the bank?
I've got 1 transfer, 0.2 in the bank. At the start of the game week, I was thinking about Virgil van Dijk to Gabriel. I'm priced out of it by 0.1 because Gabriel went up. I didn't want to make a transfer first day of the international break.
Do you regret that?
So, no. Oh, well, I mean, they're not injured, are they? So you could say yes, but that's only hindsight. But I don't regret it anyway because I think Timber's actually a better pick. But I'm not going to make any transfer. I've kind of done the calculations.
Okay.
And in like 3 or 4 weeks' time, I think Virgil van Dijk is actually better than an Arsenal defender. So I'd be taking a transfer to take out Van Dijk. Game week 12, 13, I'm going to want a Liverpool defender. So I'd be making a transfer to get one back in. So I'm just going to stick with Virgil van Dijk, and it's a differential from the rest of them. I've got no other transfers lined up. I mean, the review was telling me to do Ndiaye to Enzo Fernandez. Got no interest in Enzo Fernandez. If I was going to get anybody, it would be Eza, but I can't afford him. So I'm very keen to roll the transfer because I want to have 3 or 4 transfers in game week 12 to do like a mini wild card. So my big thing this week is Rodon. I just got a feeling Rodon's going to get points. So I've got a choice. I can either play Rodon ahead of Senesi, which, to be fair, is all the projections are saying that Rodon is predicted to get more points than Senesi this week.
What's he like for DCs, Rodon?
Not bad, but people playing Burnley tend not to get defensive contributions because... But I'm thinking this game, maybe he will because they're more evenly matched, aren't they? It's not like Burnley are playing someone really good.
No.
I mean, Leeds, so he has got more chance of getting them, I think. But Senesi's obviously got more chance, which is why I'm on him. But I'm thinking that I could always bench Ndiaye, couldn't I? And play Rodon instead of Ndiaye.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not like benching penalty takers because you never know. I'd start Ndiaye personally and go Rodon over
Without
Senesi.
Grealish.
That's what you think.
Without Grealish, I can't see them doing much,
Oh, of course he can't play, yeah. And he wins.
No.
He wins a lot of penalties, doesn't he?
Exactly. I think if we were going to get a penalty, it would probably be Grealish getting it. And he'll only get a miss anyway if he does get one. He's got Donnarumma to get past, hasn't he?
He is very good, yeah.
I'm quite tempted by that. So, especially with everybody on bench boost, like Rodon is hugely owned by bench boost players. Or Stack's there, of course, but I've kind of gone off Stack. He was originally in my team for this week, in my starting 11.
Okay. Hamid's saying Trig's already used his bench boost, Hamid. So, yeah, otherwise that would be a nice bench boost, wouldn't it, Trig?
Can you do a poll on starting Senesi or Rodon? I know what the answer would be, but...
indeed, my man. D-Unit...
At least then I can choose the one that has the less votes.
So what do you reckon, unless you're watching probably, Trick? Is D-Unit crazy to captain Haaland over Foden for a third time? 82% say yes. So I think the chat is with us there, Trig. So
That's going to make him even more keen to do it, isn't it?
But it's all right. It means we can. It means we can wind him up even more on Saturday. So, what was it, mates? Should Trig start Senesi over Rodon? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the chat says Senesi.
You reckon? I don't know. I reckon it might be a bit mixed.
You reckon they want to who would you start in that situation?
Probably Senesi. Just
If
because
you would tell you to start Rodon.
Well, I don't know. Senesi's almost like a guaranteed. You don't know if either of them are going to keep a clean sheet realistically. At least Senesi.
That's my That's my thinking too.
Yeah, you're probably going to get the 2 points, and if they do keep a clean sheet, your quid's in.
Because teams that play Palace get a lot of defensive contribution points.
Even onions.
I don't know if you've seen that table, which shows how many they get against different teams. But so he's pretty much guaranteed those extra 2 points. I don't think Rodon is. I don't think Rodon is guaranteed them this week. I think he's far from being guaranteed them.
Dan is desperate for you to start Rodon. He said bench Reinders for Rodon, and now he's saying bench Gyökeres for Rodon. He is Dan is desperate for you to start Rodon.
He just wants to see me ranting on Saturday night when Senesi's got 2 goals and a clean sheet on my bench.
Yeah. All right, let's have a look at my team while that poll's going. Okay, so I'll read it out and then I will. I don't know what it is this week, Trig. It's just one of those weeks where I'm really, I'm just really not on it in terms of my decision making. We've got the Dubravka at home to Leeds, Gabriel away to Fulham, Senesi away to Crystal Palace, Esteve at home to Leeds, Fernandes away to Liverpool, Semenyo away to Crystal Palace, Reinders at home to Everton, Anderson at home to Chelsea, Evan Nelson away to Crystal Palace, Gyökeres Vice versus Fulham, and Haaland captain. And then I've got Sells, Ndiaye, Anderson, Joachim Anderson and Konza on the bench. It's been a weird 2 weeks. I was originally thinking about wildcarding. I am glad I didn't, because I think I can get through at least another couple of weeks. But
it's a rubbish week for wildcard this week.
It is. But, you're right. I was 100% set on Saka in for Fernandes. And, I've had some other things going on, at work and other things going on that have messed with my mind the last few days. So I've not really been that focused on it. But when I went on FPL Review last night, and usually I've got a very clear. I just want to check whether it agrees with what I'm thinking or not. You know what I mean? And then it came up with Enzo, and I'm like, Enzo to Anderson. I've just got to be completely. I have absolutely no idea, and it's worrying for me. Usually by this time of the week, I'm not saying every single time. I'll have a good idea of what I'm going to do. I'm not going to say every single time the idea that I have is what I go with, but I am completely lost, which is why I am thinking possibly of Roland. I don't know.
Fernandes to Saka does look a very good move, doesn't it? Saka,
at least what we've seen this season,
great fixtures. Fernandes missing penalties and all that. Review absolutely loves Fernandes, and it'll take, how slowly those algorithms move. So it's going to take weeks and weeks of underperformance before it decides that Fernandes is no good. So it's never going to tell you to take Fernandes out. So you've got to be brave and do it yourself if you want to do it. A bit like me with Semenyo. But, it's...
what's in my head, Trig? It more than the review thing, is it was this time last season, roughly, that I took him out, and he'd been pretty terrible. He wasn't missing penalties, but he was pretty terrible for attacking returns, and then he went on a great run. It's that memory that is making me worried about it more than what reviews saying. But that was a year ago.
I think he is a good pick. I think Fernandez is a good pick. So, but so Saka. I mean, if I didn't have Saka, I'd be considering the same move, I guess.
I mean, am I? I can't put a question in the poll because we've got your question. But am I banging my head? Am I doing a
me with Semenyo?
Yeah, or well, the example I was going to use. Am I doing a Darius? You know, he keeps buying Foden. Is sticking with Fernandez, particularly when they've got Liverpool away. You know, is that just me continuing to put myself through punishment for no reason?
I don't think so. I mean, I haven't got. I mean, I've got Fernandez. I've not got no interest in selling him.
But you've got Saka.
Yeah, true, but that's just. I mean, do you need Saka really? I mean, you've got Gyökeres up there, and
that doesn't fill me with confidence.
I mean, I think what you need to do is try and find a route to get Eze. And what I don't like about your team is one player I really don't like in your team,
Anderson,
apart from Konsa, who doesn't really count and sells, is Evan Nielsen.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at him and think, why have you got triple Bournemouth? The fixtures aren't great. Evan Nielsen's doing nothing. And I mean, I don't know how much he is. Is he 7 million or something like that?
Yeah.
You know what you could do? You could do Evan Nielsen to Calvert-Lewin and Anderson to Eze.
I don't like that for a hit, Trig.
You don't like that one? I think it's better than Nightmare's hit.
Not for a hit. Not for a hit. I don't know. Evan Nielsen to me is... He's like one of the... I mean, I wanted to take him out for the last couple of weeks. He's like the sort of player that is... He's never going to be my... He's never going to be a must take him out. You know what I mean? He's never going to be like the priority. And thus, he's one of those ones that it wouldn't surprise me he ends up somehow being into like wild card in like 12 or 13. You know what I mean? He's just not the... I mean, things I can... You know, if I do wild card in 13, the players I want to get rid of... My plan was basically sack of Fernandez, get rid of Anderson to someone next week. I don't know, Enzo or whoever. Minter. Then maybe Evan Nielsen. I think I had Mateta put down as my in for him. Something along those lines. It's not really exactly planned, but how much money do I have in the bank, Greg says? I think I've got one and a half. Oh, I'll click on live.
Oh, can you do Anderson to Eze?
Let me see.
Oh, no, he's 7.5, isn't he? He's 7.5.
Let me have a look
So
how much
probably
I've got.
can.
Let me have a look on the app, see how much money I've got. Transfers. I have 2.1 million.
2.1. So you possibly could do Anderson too. I think Anderson's fallen in price there, hasn't he? I don't know what he is now.
Possibly.
But if you can do Anderson to Eze, I'd probably do that.
Yeah, quite possibly. I don't know. I think
Anderson's no good.
I think, to be honest, because I always make... What's the first fixture actually this game week? You know?
Chelsea.
All right, yeah, well, I've got no one involved in that, I don't think.
Oh, here we go. You're going to do what review tells you to do as usual, aren't you? You're going to get Enzo in. So I don't know why you're asking us.
Possibly. It might be that. It might be...
Of course it will be.
It might be a goalkeeper transfer. I don't know. I need, when we finish the stream, I need to... That's the thing. Every time I sit down and look...
Goalkeeper transfer is rubbish. I mean, you're not even going to use him this week. I mean, Dubravka has got a good fixture. Why would you want to do a track goal? If you want to do anything, you save, and then next week you can do Evan Nielsen and Anderson out, if that's what you want to do, for free.
I think realistically, it will either be, and you can wind me up, Trig, it will be my original cut, Fernandez to Saka, or it will be a review Anderson to Enzo. It'll probably be one of those two.
So it'll be either the pick you want to do or the pick that review wants you to do, and it'll be the pick that review wants you to do.
Pretty
much. Which is what you will do.
I'm setting up for Saturday. Cool. Okay, let's have a look at...
And they call me Solio Boy.
Gary view. That's all right. Give me stick in the chat. I live for it.
Give him stick, people. He deserves it. It's a
Paul
disgrace to content creation.
Paul wants to say Gary do a match of the day challenge. We can't because we do a reaction stream. Paul Hustler. Should Trig start Senesi over Rodon? No, 66%.
Oh, really?
Yes, 34%. Should Trig start Senesi over Rodon? Oh, yeah, the way I phrased it, yes. They think you should start Rodon.
So can he do one more if it's not too much trouble? Start Rodon or and die. Rodon or and die.
He's desperate for your opinion, ladies and gentlemen. Rodon.
No, sorry. Senesi or and die.
Should Trig start? I'll phrase it slightly differently this time. Senesi.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, I think, doesn't it?
How do I spell and die?
And die.
And die. That really helps, Trig. That really helps. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I reckon my moves will end up being, Trig. But you know, it's just
and your thought processes. It's like an insight into how FPL content creation thinks. It's like your thought process, exactly the same as Andy and all of them. They come up and they do a stream at the beginning of a week when they're going, I've got to get Saka in and all, and then review changes its mind, and by the weekend they're all doing the same as you, getting Fernandez in because reviews told them to. It's sad.
True.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
Andrew asked us earlier if we would talk
about... you haven't even watched Enzo Fernandez play this season, have you?
Of course I have. I'm at the bridge.
I'm
at the bridge every Saturday night. I'm at the bridge every Saturday.
You don't watch football.
Nightmare was saying, Trig, and this is related to what you were saying, maybe we could comment on what Joe shared on Blue Sky earlier on, if we want to.
What do you think? Should we...
I don't know.
Should we comment on that?
It was a public post, was it not?
Yeah, it was.
So yeah, I think so.
It was. Go on then.
What was he saying? I didn't even read. I vaguely saw the tweets, Trig. You sent them.
What was it about? About content creators all copying the same content, wasn't it? Or one in particular, anyway.
Yeah, well, he basically, he was quite open yesterday about the fact content creators are heavily. We didn't say names, but are fairly heavily influenced by review, which is what you've been saying for years. I've said it as well, haven't I?
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite...
Yeah. Exactly, but that's different than what they were tweeting about tonight, though, isn't it?
Okay, I don't know exactly what they were tweeting about tonight.
No, Bakar put a post up on Twitter.
Okay.
And about Calvert-Lewin. It was identical to a post that FPL Salah had put out beforehand, and he basically just copied FPL Salah.
Yeah, probably
and put a post up. And Joe, who hates content creators copying material that other people have done. I know when I used to have my website, people used to do it to me the whole time, and Bakar was one of them.
It's plagiarism.
And it streamed plagiarism, exactly. Pure plagiarism and lazy. And, you know, this is a guy that charges lots of money for giving out content and stuff. And all he's doing is just copying the work of other people like myself, who used to put out stuff for free and spent hundreds of hours writing articles and stuff that would then become plagiarized by the likes of Bakar and passed off as his own work, that he'd actually charge money for stuff that I used to be doing for free. And that's what he used to do to me years and years ago. And he's still doing it now. He's even ripping off FPL Salah, who's a fellow content creator over at the Hub.
Yeah,
so it's just ridiculous. And I'm glad that Joe has come out publicly and pointed this out, because, you know, normally it's the likes of me or the one who's not allowed to be named, Mr. Bateman, who will point out what people have been doing, and we get shot down for having a go at content creators. So it's good that a well-respected content creator has come out and said the same thing, because it's been going on for years. You know, I've pointed it out for years and years, and often I've got abuse for it, for picking on people, etc. But it's true. That's what they do, and that's what Picard does, and it's absolutely shocking. And it's plagiarism, like you said.
Well, can I give the counter
And,
argument? I haven't even seen
not on.
I haven't even seen the content, but I'll play the devil's advocate. I'm sure if he was here, he would, and I don't even know what the content is you're talking about, but he would argue, well, can't two people come up with the same thought processes?
Yeah, I know he would. It's pretty much identical. Pretty much identical.
Word
And
for
it's
word.
not the first time. Not the first time.
Yeah. Cool.
He's changed a couple of words. But basically, that's what you do when you're copying,
Well, that's
isn't
what
it? That's what I used to do with my sociology essays.
I'm plagiarism officer at the university I work at, and that is literally what people do. They change a couple of words around, and they change an "and" to a comma or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is pretty much what happens. Yeah. Okay. Trig, do you want to do a Q&A?
Yeah, we'll do a Q&A. Let me go and have a look. I'll go and see what they're on about. I haven't actually looked at the chat yet.
I will.
You were going to put the chat on the screen, weren't you, this week?
I know, but you won't be able to see it. You just see the thing.
Oh, they're all telling me to start Senesi. So maybe I will. So I'm more worried about, I don't really care if Van Dijk gets a penalty. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I'd be absolutely gutted if I benched Senesi and he got a clean sheet and defensive contribution. But I do think Ndai could get them as well this week, defensive contribution points.
Craig, I'm gonna let you interact with the chat for a moment, and you can talk.
You go into a pad of your nose.
I am indeed, of course. I'll put my little slide up. Get your questions in. Oh, there we go. I'll be back.
Now, what Gary's really doing is, as soon as there's a controversial subject comes up, like about Bakar, he gets very scared and doesn't want to get involved. So he's run off to the toilet so that I get all the flack if I say anything. So that's the real reason he's gone. But yes, Bakar is the guy with the monobrow. That's the one. So, oh yeah, double pivot. I'm coming on Shane's show next week. I think it's Friday the 20 whatever. It's the 24th, Friday the 24th. I'm on the double pivot. I don't know what I'm going on about, but it'll be something interesting. And Shane was on the lock-in the other day. Very good guest. And we work well together. So that's going to be good fun. And what animal would you both want Bakar to fight and why? Well, I think I'd like him to fight a polar bear, because the polar bear would absolutely annihilate him. Right, so let's have a look. Twill Media rate my team 1 out of 10, because I can't be bothered reading it all out. And what have we got here? Apparently Donnarumma is a great penalty saver. Yeah, I think I will bench Ndai. Especially, I'll play 4-4-2, because Rodon is pretty good, isn't he, I think? Especially this week against Burnley. Oh, here we go. Woodstock benching dilemma. Bench one is Sarr, Gakpo, Bruno, Shell Pedro, Matatias Semenya. Blimey. Jesus, who would you bench there? You can't bench. Oh, Bruno. I'd probably bench Bruno away at Liverpool. Would I bench Bruno? Yeah, bench Bruno, I think, at Liverpool. Definitely. Right, what else have we got here? He is a bit of a goose podner. That's the problem. Now, who to bring in, Enzo or Chalobah? Hard to say that one. I don't really know. What do you reckon, Gary? I hope you're back because I'm struggling. It's hard on your own. I've got a lot of respect for these live streamers who just talk on their own in the chat because it's quite difficult.
I did a few of them last year. I quite enjoyed it, but to be fair, I was only getting about 50 people watching, so it's a little bit easier.
It's like Bruno could get DEFCONs. I think you'd bench Bruno over Gakpo, wouldn't you, Gary, this week?
It's a tight one. Yeah, I think
you
so.
Reckon?
I think so. Yeah. Okay, let me settle back down. You covered all these ones so far, Trig?
Yeah, we were talking about you for most of the time you were gone.
Oh, of course you are. Of course you are. Who was?
But how?
What animal would you both want the car to fight, and why? There you go, Trig. There's a question for you.
I've already answered that one.
Oh, you already answered that. I know, right?
There's a polar bear I chose.
Bruno.
I didn't want to leave any doubt at all that Bakar might win.
He'd probably end up copying the bear's moves. You know what I mean? And Bruno de Saka for free. Lee asks. That's the exact dilemma that I am faced with, Lee. So I would say yes.
A lot of people are doing it. Those that have their own independent minds.
Oh.
I don't like it. I think Fernandes is a great pick. After that Liverpool match, the Man United fixtures aren't that bad. You're going to thank me, Gary, for telling you not to do it.
This one is, if I don't do it, I'm going to feel shit about it, I think. You know what I mean? It's one. If you
reckon Saka's going to score, you're only going to feel shit about it as Saka scores, aren't you?
But it's one of those things. You know, when it's like you say, when you like let something. Usually, I know you have a nickname, FPL Review Boy. Same with you with Solio Boy, but it's usually it does actually match up with what you were planning to do, doesn't it? Usually, you sign on and it.
I know what you mean. Even if it's like Saka score a brace.
Yeah, usually it might not be saying this is the transfer you should make, but usually it will be saying this isn't a bad transfer. This time it's literally telling me it's a bad transfer. But
is it way down the list? Is it? It's not even second or third option.
It's predicting that Fernandes outscores Saka over the next 6.
Yeah, well, he could do. This is it.
He could do.
I agree with review. Because I mean, Saka gets a lot less minutes than Fernandes. And he's got no Europe to worry about, Fernandes. It's only, I mean, if it wasn't for this Liverpool fixture, I don't think people would. And the fact he missed the penalties is also a big driver because people are so worried about recent events. But realistically, long term, Fernandes is a good pick. I mean, it wasn't so long ago people were saying he was the best option in the game.
But Craig, if I say that I go, right, that was my convinced move. It was for about a week and a half. You know, when you don't go with your gut and you do something just because something's going against your gut. You know what I mean? That's when you feel really shit if it goes against you.
Yeah, I know. I had the exact same thing with Semenyo because I was all set to do it. As soon as the week started that week, I thought I'm going to do Gabriel and Semenyo in for a hit. Cost me 4 points. I cover everybody. I can go into the international break with a dead set team that can't be hurt by. And I changed my mind because of all the bloody look at the projections on Solio and review and all this that predict that Semenyo's not actually that great. So I don't do it. And I get absolutely murdered by it. And it hurts. And you think, because I was going to do that move. And it's annoying. But that's what happens with this game all the time, doesn't it? So
Yeah, sometimes you just
But
got
you
to go
never
with your
know.
gut.
I mean, this week it could be Fernandez that gets a hat trick.
Yeah. I saw a question. What was it? Kill22 says, who scores more this weekend, Bowen or JSL? JSL, remember that? Strand Larson, I'm assuming that is.
Is Strand Larson back? Is he back and firing?
JSL, I'm assuming that stands for Strand Larson. I can't think of what it stands for.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Well, if Strand Larson's properly fit, I think he's a very good option. So, yeah, he could well outscore. No one talks about him anymore because I think Wolves fixtures are going bad now, aren't they?
Yeah. No, I'd agree.
Yeah, this is the thing. Cheyenne is saying always go with your gut. And I think you're right, Gary. It's when you don't that it hurts you, isn't it? Like, not in terms of points, but in terms of you get angry with yourself, don't you, for not following your gut?
But sometimes review can, whatever, Solio can present something and you think, yeah, I hadn't thought of that. And it changes your gut.
Yeah.
But this is not one of those times.
True.
This is not one of those times to me. This is not a time where it's saying, do this and you'll be a million times better. This is one of those times, I'm like, yeah, well, I could do that. But that's what I want to do. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So deep down, you think review's wrong on this one, don't you? And that you should do Fernandez to Saka.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I just think
it's still doing what review says.
We'll see on Saturday, Chuck.
That's what I did. That's exactly what I did with Semenyo. I thought, well, maybe they're right. Maybe they're right and I'm wrong, and I shouldn't take a hit. So I didn't. And well, I did. To be fair, though, instead of getting Semenyo, I did buy Saka, which was also a very good option, wasn't it? So it's not like I made a terrible move.
I thought
it was just a terrible outcome.
I probably would have made that move. What's
it's just a terrible outcome.
What's your saying, Trig? Review can make a average manager good and a good manager great, but a great manager not so great.
Yeah, that's actually one of mine, isn't it?
That's one of yours. That's one of yours. I was gutted that I got that one that I attributed the wrong quote to Joe last night. I'm sure it was.
Yeah, that was funny. No, that was funny.
But the thing is, I actually texted that quote once to Yelena and said, "This is," and she went, "That's genius, Gary." And I went, "Oh, it's not mine. It's one of Joe's." Apparently, it's not one of Joe's. This, for the chat, in case you're wondering, is what was it? Price, team value is vanity. Points of sanity. So I am now claiming that as mine. I must have picked up from somewhere though. Anyway, I saw one.
See, Matty's got a comment on there, and he's right. He's saying that Liverpool might have better fixtures, but Arsenal have a superior defence, and I wouldn't go Liverpool defence. I mean, he's kind of right, but I'm not going Liverpool defence. I'm like, it's different when you already own a player.
So he's just taking a hit to
get
back.
You have to take into then you have to take into account the cost of the transfers and all of that, and factor that in to the equation as well. And after game week 12, I think Liverpool defence will do better than Arsenal. So I disagree with him there. And I think, okay, Liverpool's defence has been bad, but I think Slot's going to make adjustments. He's a good manager. Things change quickly in FPL. So I think he will make adjustments and that the Liverpool defence will improve.
No, it could do. Onions is asking me, bring in Enzo Chalobah this week. It was a tough call. Too tough to pick the call. I'll go Enzo because I think there's 3 better defenders than Chalobah. Yeah, that's what I would do. See you later. Sorry, completely distracted there. See if there's any more questions. Column saying I should get Bruno to Saka because that means Bruno will score some points. I don't think I can see any more questions, Trig. Oh, Lee, Eze could match Saka's points through ? I'm guessing he's saying through the next 6 game weeks. What do you reckon, Trig?
He could outscore Saka in the next game because he's got a brace in him. I think he's looked very good, Eze, hasn't he?
He's going to be playing in the middle.
Well,
God's out.
He's going to be probably. He's going to be playing somewhere, I think.
He's going to be playing some. Yeah, I mean, do you reckon he's better in the middle than on the wing?
Yeah, he probably is. He will be, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's saying never bench a penalty taker, but with the new bonus system and the fact Everton are playing Man City, I think even if Ndiaye does score a penalty, he's not going to get any bonus points or anything. Not unless Everton actually win, which is very unlikely. So I think, even if he scores a penalty, it doesn't really scare me much. So I think I will bench Ndiaye.
No.
You're benching him, aren't you? I mean, I always did think about him benching him for that City game. Yeah, you've got him on your bench.
Those have much attention. Oh yeah, I do have him on the bench. Yeah, he could get. Yeah, but I've got. Maybe I should play him over Anderson.
You're lucky this week because you've got kind of no real benching headaches. It's like quite straightforward for you. When you've got concert,
it is. Yeah,
easy.
Yeah, it is. Onions is saying, I think we might take this as the last question, Trig. You had 3 Arsenal and 3 Chelsea in game week 13. Would you free hit? And Trig, we actually have the fixtures. We can.
What?
If you had 3 Arsenal, we're playing Chelsea.
Oh, and 3 Chelsea in game week 13.
3 Chelsea in game week 13. Would you free hit?
It's not a bad option of free hit 13, I think. Because by then you've got to start thinking about playing it, haven't you? Because when have we got to play it by 18 or 19 or whatever?
Yeah, and Liverpool have West Ham that game week, and Man City have Leeds. So there's obvious players to. There's only 6 players to obviously free hit in, isn't there?
What I'm doing now, I'm on a big transfer save at the moment. I want to have 3 or 4 transfers by game week 12.
What would you be planning to do with them in game week 12?
Bring in Liverpool players. Possibly get rid of my Arsenal players. Don't know really. I just want to have some. I'm sick of everyone else having 3 or 4 transfers and I never have any.
I've never got more than 2.
No, over have I.
A year and a half? Well, year and a few months have had it now. I mean, who was it we had on last week? Was it Roberto and I can't remember his name. They both had 3 or 4 transfers each, didn't they?
Yeah. Even D-Unit's got 3. I mean, how the hell did D-Unit get 3 when he's buying everybody? I thought he was taking hits every week. It turns out he's got 3 free transfers.
Yeah. Thanks for your comment,
Crazy.
Paul Hustler. Anderson over in Dyer, Gary. Yeah, maybe, mate. Alex Sweets, channel member. If you want to take out channel memberships, please hit the join button. Doku, sell or keep after he was benched last week.
Yeah, he's been quite good, hasn't he? So, but
Yeah,
it's Man City, you never know. It's only a matter of time before Reinders gets a benching, I think, isn't it?
Unfortunately,
that's going to cause problems. That's going to cause us problems because I think he's only like 5.5 million, isn't he?
Well, no, he's up to 5.8, 5.9 now. But everyone will sell him straight away. That'll be a mass exodus when that happens, I reckon.
And there's not a lot of places to go at that price. I mean, you're quite lucky you've got all that money in the bank. You've had 2 or 3 million in the bank for ages now, haven't you?
It felt, at the start of this game week, it felt like I was going into a really good place. But I don't know, it just hadn't gone in my head.
You're talking yourself out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Just those things just happen. We're getting a load of questions now. Because I simply didn't have any questions. Tarkowski and on my bench is Joe. Easy choice.
Madrick for a hit. What's that about?
Where's that?
I saw people were buying Madrick on. I looked at the price changes last night, and Madrick people were buying him. Has he come back or something?
I don't know. I thought that was a joke comment.
Yeah, it must be. But no, he was.
For ages.
People were buying him the last few days.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why. That was on the price change website, Ragaboli's site.
Hamid.
Oh, Doku got married on Sunday, apparently.
Yeah,
that's probably why he didn't play last week.
Gary Trig. Sell. This is from Mohammed. Sell Foden to Eze or keep Foden for a couple more game weeks. I'd keep Foden, I think. You already say.
Yeah, I'd keep.
Is it Eze
I
or
wouldn't
Ezza?
captain him.
Eze or Ezza?
Ezra, I think.
Yeah, people seem to have changed the way they pronounce his name recently. Question from our good friend FPL Hippie. When is the Nad Shaver sponsorship bit? we are, if Manscaped want to contact us, of course, all the money would go to our great charities that we're, what's the word? Promoting, giving our money to this season. But if they want me to shave my balls, I'd be happy to do that for Mind and Streetcard United producer.
I'm still traumatized from listening to Az last night.
What was he on about?
hearing all about the ball shaver.
Oh yeah, me and Night were watching. It did look a very cool piece of machinery. It was like white and had like a gold head. It did look pretty cool.
I think I'll pass on that.
I'm not saying I'd use it to shave my balls, but I could, shave it. I like going skinhead in the summer. It's Ezra, says Mohammed. Okay, more chances. Mudrick for it. We've already answered that one. Mudrick. Andrew Nihilist says, sell Cash to Timber or Xavi to Simmons to Sarr, or a -4 to do Cash to Xavi, Gabriel, Sarr, Enzo. That's a lot to take in. So Cash to Timber or Simmons to Sarr, or do Cash and Xavi to Gabriel, Sarr, Enzo. What do you think?
Is that for a hit? As last option.
The second one's for a hit, yeah.
I would just get Timber in for Cash. I think. I don't think you really want a Villa defender.
No,
he'd be your weakest link. The other one's not so vital. I think one thing we've learned this season is avoid these players coming in from Germany. I know Voltemada's done okay, and Ekateke maybe, but Xavi Simmons, it's been another Wirtz, hasn't he? Another Wirtz.
So many players that come in from, just where did he come from? Did he come from Ajax?
No, he came from the German league.
Okay, yeah. He's Dutch, right?
And yeah, he's Dutch. Yeah. His stats are very similar to Wirtz's actually in the Bundesliga, but it's pretty obvious there's a bit of a skill gap. And it's quite strange that review and that don't seem to recognise that skill gap because they had Wirtz and Simmons really high, didn't they?
Mm.
Despite them not having even played in the Premier League. Maybe they need to start them off a bit lower.
I don't know, but Wirtz he was playing in the Bundesliga. I mean, I remember looking up pre-season, he had 13 goals and 12 assists in like 25 starts or something. Ridiculous.
Yeah, but I think they need to take into account the Premier League tax because we're obviously not taking enough account of it.
Yeah, sure.
There's obviously a huge goal. I think it's the time on the ball, isn't it? That's why it affects the midfielders so much more. They're swamped, aren't they, as soon as they get it?
King Neb says Pedro or Bone until game week 13. I'll go Bone.
Pedro.
They've both got good fixtures. That's quite a difficult one, actually, isn't it?
Everyone getting Enzo. I'm looking forward to João Pedro getting a hat-trick. None assisted by Enzo.
Wirtz has got to be the worst. I'm going to say the worst pre-season player ever. Hyped player.
I think Nkunku was worse in terms of us buying him.
At least he was,
because he was like totally unproven. At least Wirtz did have a great record in Germany and is a proven top international player.
But he costs more. That's what I mean. But that means he flopped even harder. I mean,
yeah, he did in terms of flopping, but in terms of buying him, I don't think that was our worst ever decision. I think Nkunku was our worst ever mass buy. But next season, I'm having nothing to do with any imports whatsoever.
Yeah, channel member Screaming Vengeance says, I've joined late. Welcome, mate. What was the expert verdict on Rondon versus Senesi? Thank you. I can't remember. It was
Start
Rondon.
Rodon.
Start Rodon. Let's stop this other poll we've got going on. Should Trig start Senesi or in die? 65% Senesi, 35% die.
So I'm going 4 at the back this week. I'm starting Senesi and Rodon and benching and die. I do think Senesi and Rodon both have a higher ceiling this week. I mean, if either keep a clean sheet, they're potentially getting 10 points plus, aren't they?
Yeah.
Whereas if Ndai gets a goal from a penalty, he's still only getting 6 points. So, yeah, I've made my mind up. And it's not because of these pricks in the audience. It's because...
They're helping you out. You're helping you out, you ungrateful git.
It's because I've just worked out in my head the ceiling, and I honestly believe. I mean, no way Ndai scores twice against City, does he? If he scores twice against City, I'll shave mine on live, and I won't even use a blooming.
Well, you can use a big.
Pull them out individually. If he scores 2 goals,
get a Bic razor. Do you remember them? The Bic razors, and I used to. Blood everywhere every time I tried to.
I still use them.
Get a Gillette thingy, Bob. Trig, I reckon we should wrap up. We've been going for nearly 2 hours. It's been a good couple of days, Trig. We enjoyed Joe on yesterday. It's been nice to just do one of these with me and yourself without. Well, it's nice to me because I've actually got to talk for a bit rather than just passing the questions on to other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I felt a bit bad for you the other night. It was just, you did very well just sitting there.
Oh, that was fine. That was fine. That was fine. That was fine. That was Joe, wasn't it? The as we said earlier, the content creator you could take back and introduce to your mum.
But that was honestly the most enjoyable stream I've ever done. I think that one because.
Good.
Like I said, I had a few kind of regrets about my appearance on the Meet the Manager, where I wasn't at my best. It was my first ever time on YouTube.
I love where you put that because I hope you don't mind me saying this. You said you've been telling me for the last year you got completely pissed before it. You said to I had sorry. You said to Joe, yeah, I had one or so pints beforehand.
Yeah,
you were really nervous, weren't you?
Yeah. I'd never been on anything before. And back then the lag was terrible as well because like my internet wasn't as good as it is now and my microphone was rubbish. Everything was rubbish. And so it was great to talk to him yesterday in much better way. Do you know what I mean? And it was absolutely fantastic. I so enjoyed it, that stream. I played it back yesterday.
Yeah, we both
enjoyed it. So make sure you lot all watch it because it was brilliant content.
Yeah. Screaming for Vengeance saying it's an honour to be called a prick by Trig.
And Matty reckons I'm underestimating Enzo Fernandez. I probably am. But I do watch every minute of every Chelsea game, remember? And you lot don't. But we shall see.
Trig, I will remind people we will be back with our normal reaction stream at the new time of 7:30 on Saturday, and we will have Darius back as well. We've had a couple of weeks without him trying to tell me the wild card, Trig, but it'll be interesting to see how it goes this weekend, won't it? With his bench boost.
Very will be. And I'll be coming on, even if Semenyo scores a hat-trick and Gabriel does as well, I shall still be appearing on Saturday night.
I'm going to hold to that, Trig. And please subscribe and if you're new around here and to help get it out there and normal reminders about the charities. Trig, it's been a good couple of days. I will see you on Saturday and everyone watching. Anything you want to say before we finish, Trig?
No, just that it's great that the football's coming back, isn't it? I can't wait.
Yeah, it's good.
I say this every international break, and then I'm wishing it hadn't started again after half an hour. But we shall see.
Yeah. Cheers, everyone. See you.